traffic. You can see there's blue lights up there. I hope everyone's okay. But yeah, we're just parked. M18. Just trying to get through the day, Bodgers. Know what I mean? So, thought I'd do a little video. Don't know why. We're just sat here. Not really using this camera at all, officer. Know what I mean? What do you want to talk about? I don't know. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. I ordered on the old Temu. You've seen a video on Temu. I did one. A bit like Wish, but gets there quicker. Yeah, on the old Temu, I ordered a catapult, a slingshot. I'll see if I can insert a picture here. If not, it's a catapult. So anyway, yeah, I ordered that, and I used to have one as a kid, you see. So I thought I'd give it a go. You know, try and get a bit back into it. Only plinking in the yard, you know, knocking over a few old cans and whatever. But I wasn't a bad shot back in the day when I was a youth. So I thought, yeah, why not? Why not? It's only a couple of quid. Bit of it comes with a bit of elastic rubber, you know, rubber band. So I thought I'd give it a go. I haven't had a go at it yet. I'll do a video on it when I do. How's that? I'll do a video on it. Yeah, so I got this catapult. It kind of reminded me of when I was young and toys that I got, stuff like that. Especially at Christmas, you see. It's Christmas, isn't it? Yeah. I got a big Tonka crane one year. You know, with grabber on, and it came with a little hook as well. Again, I'll put a picture in here. Yeah, I got that one year. And my parents didn't have a lot of money. My dad he worked on a farm. He was only a farm worker. I don't think my mum was working at that point. I don't know. I can't remember. I was only a little lad. But this thing, I could tell it cost a lot of money, you know. I think maybe my grandparents had helped him out a bit to get this here big Tonka crane. So it's always very precious to me. So I didn't really play with it. Maybe the odd time or two, but not much at all. And it ended up in a loft, and you know. And when I moved out of my dad's house, it came with me, and when I moved back to my dad's house, it came with me, and never got played with. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show you a picture of what it looks like now, right? Because it's immaculate. The paint, there isn't a chip on it, nothing. It's probably worth a bit, I don't know. Anyway, here's a picture of that. So yeah, and it's still somewhat of value now, that, because I know, you know, it would have been a dear toy with that. Very expensive. And then over the years I got like an Action Man tank, and Action Man was like G.I. Joe for you lot in America or wherever. Action Man, little plastic soldier, and you could put clothes on him and stuff. Basically it was like a doll for lads, you know. And he had like blue underpants on that had Action Man on the buckle. Why you have a buckle on your pants, I don't know. I never did work that one out. But yeah, so I had them, and Etch-a-Sketch, you know, where you twiddle the knobs and you try and draw a picture around a frame, and you know, and all you get is the straight lines like that. You can't do a curve. Despite the adverts will tell you, oh yeah, you can draw anything, you could do bloody Mona Lisa on it, you know what I mean? But yeah, you couldn't do straight lines on it, couldn't do curves on it, and only straight lines, and it never came out right. And you'd check it, Etch-a-Sketch, what did I just call it? Anyway, whatever, Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah. So we did a bit of that, I've had all sorts of toys over the years, really. I had Meccano was good. You build the thing that it was supposed to be, and then you take it apart, and then it just stays in drawers and stuff, doesn't it? You know, in your toy box. Yeah. Kids today, I don't know. Oh, there's a fire engine there. Looks like he's going back onto the road. Don't know what he's doing. Can't be good if there's a fire engine, can it, Bodgers? So yeah, anyway, we're still not moving, so yeah, I'll keep going. So yeah, toys we had as kids. I was a bit late for the cool stuff, like Evel Knievel and, you know, the little bike that you go jump stuff. Yeah, I was a bit late for that. I was born in 75, so, you know, Evel Knievel, by the time I got to the age of playing with stuff like that, had gone. It was more A-Team and Dukes of Hazzard and stuff for me. I had to, oh, there's a thing, you see, Dukes of Hazzard. It was like a little wristwatch with a little, what do you call it, like one of those spring cars where you go and wind it up. And you had it in this little wristwatch, and you'd wind, and you'd pull out like a little ramp on it, and you'd open the top up, and you go and press a button, and this bloody thing would shoot off. And it'd be the Dukes of Hazzard one, that the General Lee would go like this as it went forward towards the camera, do a wheelie. And then you had what do you call him, Coulter, Big Coltrane. You had his car, and you'd wind that up, and you'd press a button, and it'd do like a little twizzly thing on the floor. Yeah, I had one of them. But yeah, growing up on a farm, really, I'd play out in the yard, out in farmyard and stuff, and, you know, I'd get up to all sorts of mischief out there, hence why I had a catapult, you know what I mean? Oh no, I wasn't shooting animals with it all like that, but, you know, there was maybe the odd pane of glass in my dad's greenhouse that went through or something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's most of my time was spent out in fields and stuff like that. And once I get a bit older, you know, my dad would say, jump on that tractor and come and help me harvest time, you know, as soon as my feet could hit pedals, really. And I'd be, you know, mucking out the cows and the bullocks and stuff, or whatever, you know. So toys, I don't know, they always seem very precious to me, like a precious item. I got like a die cast, about that big it was, of an Alpine, Renault Alpine. I'll put a picture of one of them in. And yeah, you know, this thing, it was a right machine. So yeah, I had all sorts of toys, but not, you know, I don't play with them all the time. And I didn't have game consoles, because that was big money, was that. We weren't going to be getting any of them, you know. All my mates, they had the Nintendo 64 or whatever it was, you know, at the time, back in the mid-80s. I didn't have any of them. No way I was going to have any of them. In fact, the first console I played on was when I was about 16, babysitting somebody else's kids. And yeah, playing duck hunt and stuff like that. But I didn't have a games console myself till I was in my 20s, and I thought, you know, I'm going to spend a bit. I've got a bit of money, I'm going to spend a bit, and I'm going to get myself a PlayStation 1. You know, you put the disc in and you'd play, I don't know, Spyro the Dragon was a favourite of mine, or, you know, stuff like that. Abe's Odyssey, that was a good game, that. Check that one out. So yeah, there was all like that, but I never had a games console or anything expensive, really. I had a bike. I got a bike one year, a Rally Striker. Now you might remember the grifter, you lot in the UK, the rally grifter. Well, this is like a smaller version of that, because I was a bit younger, like I couldn't have a grifter, I'd never touched the floor. But as you pedalled, it used to hum, because it had like big hexagonal chunky tyres on. And as you pedalled. And I had, you know those little plastic bits that you used to get on bread, for sealing up your bread bag? I had a load of them on me brake cables and stuff. And spokey dokies. Remember spokey dokies? You used to click them onto your spokes and they'd hit each other and make a noise. Simple entertainment then, back then, wasn't it? Kids today, I don't know, they're on their phone all the time, or on the old Xbox or whatever, aren't they? Bodger Junior, you know. You said, oh, they are, son, look at that with all the bread tags on it, hundreds of them. Look at that. Yeah, times have changed, I suppose. Especially with the advent of the internet and stuff, you know. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. Trying to get him out of his bedroom, bloody hell. But yeah. Then one year, for Christmas, I got a black and white telly. Black and white TV. Little portable job. Little silver one, handle lock back so you could pick it up. And had a knob to tune it in with. Tuning it in. Didn't even have a pre-selected things for, you know, BBC and ITV and that. Oh, you had to turn this bloody dial to get it to tune in. Aerial at the top of it, a big round thing like this. And you had to have that in exactly the right position to get a signal. Yeah. Black and white TV. I used to watch all sorts back then. There was still like Thunderbirds and that was being rerun and stuff like that, and Terrorhawks. But yeah, watching like the A-Team and Dukes of Hazzard, and I could watch what I wanted then. I didn't have to sit down with my mum and dad and watch Antiques Roadshow or Gardener's World or any of that, you know. Or the news. I watched a Generation game with them. Back when Brucey, I think it was Bruce Forsyth was presenting it then. He was an entertainer. Might want to Google him if you're in America, I don't know. He used to hang around with the Brat Pack. You know, he used to know all the big stars. So yeah, I used to watch that. I used to watch that downstairs with my mum and dad. That I'd have a bath, and we'd have fish and chips. And then, yeah, fish and chips from a fish shop that was owned by Mavis and Cyril. And then they retired and sold it to somebody else. Here's a little story. So my dad, we'd moved by then, but my dad was still working on farm. And he's biking back home because my dad didn't have a driver's licence. I was first one in our family to have a driver's licence. But yeah, he didn't have a driver's licence, so he push biked everywhere. And he came home one day, and my mum had told him to get fish and chips on his way home. Came back without them. There was hell on. Anyway, she says, why have you come back without them? And he says, well, I went in and I said I wanted one of each 3 times. One of each, that's a fish with chips. That's proper chips, not crisps, like the Americans claim. So yeah, fish and chips 3 times. And this fella, bearing in mind Mavis and Cyril had only just finished, they said, this fella says, why do you want fish and chips 3 times? And my dad, he was a bit of a plain speaker, like, you know. Says, well, what the effing Jeff's it got to do with you? Why I want fish and chips 3 times? I've ordered it, you serve me. So if I want to sling all 3 of them in bloody bin outside, that's up to me. You've made the sale. What's it got to do with you? Anyway, he walked out at shop, came home without nout. My mum sent him back. Yeah, Barry was in trouble that night. But yeah, because that was like a treat to us, you see. Like I say, we didn't have a lot of money to throw about. Fish and chips. Maybe had that, maybe, I don't know, once every couple of months or something, you know. Special times. But, yeah. So there we go, Bodgers. I don't know, yeah. Times change, don't they? Now kids, they'll go to McDonald's every bloody boss end. When Bodger Jr.'s at college, he'll walk down to McDonald's, get himself McDonald's and walk back to college at dinner time. Perfectly good cafeteria in the bloody college, or he could take a pack up. But, you know, gets to be the norm, doesn't it? You always say how hard done by the current generation are. Pooh! You don't know the half of it. Another fire engine. I'm guessing they're done, whatever they was doing. So yeah, there we go, there we go. What else did I get? Toys and stuff. And oh, I was a scout. Well, I started off as a cub, right? Went to cubs. So what's that? 6 to like 10, 6 to 11 years old, something like that. And I think I was, where are we? It'd be my first camp. And we went up into the Yorkshire Dales somewhere, if I remember right. And yeah, it was a weird experience because I was still a cub technically. I wasn't a scout at that point. I was the smallest one out at lot. And anyway, I went to this scout camp, and what was it? Was the Yorkshire Dales? I don't know, because it could have been, I don't know. We went somewhere anyway. I think it might have been Wales. Wales, actually. Yes, that's it. It was Wales, because we went round a nuclear power station while I was there on a visit. Went to a gift shop and I got this little miner's helmet, because apparently it was like connected to a mine and stuff before it became a nuclear power station. I think, I don't know. It was a little hard, that anyway. A little light on, you press the button underneath. And one of the older scouts is, you remember Fraggle Rock on telly, right? Well, he started calling me Doozer, because I had this little like that. And that name stuck, right? That name stuck. I still get the odd person or two that calls me that now. Doozer. Oh, prefer Bodger, you know what I mean? Yeah. And had some good times there as a scout, and then I became a scout leader after that for a few years. Scouts, cubs and beavers. We started off with beavers then, which is younger kids. I enjoyed it, you know what I mean? I enjoy being a leader, but work takes over and you don't have time for it and stuff. You end up having to give it up, don't you? But yeah, and I ended up as a Queen Scout. Guess it'd be a King Scout nowadays, wouldn't it? It's that little bit higher. You had beavers, cubs, scouts, venture scouts, young leaders, and then Queen Scouts was a little Queen Scout award. It was that little bit higher, showed you a bit of dedication. But yeah, don't know really, don't know. Kids aren't interested in that now, are they? And what we got there? Oh, motorway Womble. National highways. Guess we might be clearing soon. So yeah, we had a good childhood, really, all in all. You know, couldn't afford the finer things. I used to get hand-me-downs from my cousins. Now, here's the thing. When I went to school, I don't know if I've told you Bodgers this before, but anyway, when I went to school, I got hand-me-downs from my cousins, because we couldn't afford all the uniform. We could maybe afford trousers and the jumper or whatever it was. But for like shirts and stuff, I got hand-me-downs from them. And the only thing is, my cousins was girls, so technically it was a blouse, buttoned the opposite side, the opposite way on. Nobody ever noticed all the way through school. Nobody ever noticed I was wearing a blouse. Funny that, innit? You know why the buttons are on the other side? It's because back in the day, ladies used to get dressed by somebody else. If you was a bit oi polloi and, bit rich, you had somebody else dress you. So the buttons was always on the other side. There you go, there's a little fact for you. So yeah, it was maybe a bit tougher than some of the other kids that I went to school with. We were all farm lads and stuff. Some of us was, but not all of us. And got to secondary school. That's like high school for, you lot. Where I was there till I was 16 and then left. And yeah, at secondary school we had our own farm because there was a lot more farmers lads at secondary school. We had pigs and all sorts, pigs, chickens and goats and sheep and stuff. And you learnt about agriculture. That was part of the curriculum. I don't have that now, I think nowadays that building might even have been demolished. I know at one point it ended up being a sixth form house because they just stopped teaching agriculture because there weren't as many kids then in the where are we, after me. So I left in 91, and there weren't many kids going through the 90s. It kind of dropped off, all the kids wanted to be somewhere else, didn't they? Didn't want to be working up farm, so the farm disappeared. Kind of a shame really, Didn't learn animal husbandry or any of that. But yeah. No, it was a good childhood. I enjoyed it. And Christmases was very special, Although Christmas morning we'd still be feeding the animals, Work didn't stop. You still had the animals to feed in the morning, muck out and everything else, and feed at night. We weren't a dairy farm, we just had bullocks for beef. And arable. We had a lot of land as well. Obviously that time of year, not a lot growing. So yeah, But I wasn't really interested in farming side of things. More interested in fixing stuff. When my dad broke it, or whoever it was on the farm broke it, I'd be the one that would try and fix it. And that kind of got me going into being a mechanic then. And then one Christmas, my dad got me my own toolkit. Not expensive, it wasn't expensive, probably off at market, But I thought this was a bee's knees, this toolkit. Give me more scope to fix stuff. So, set me up for being a mechanic for a few years really. But yeah. And then, I got to be a dad myself, didn't I? Firstly with Nathan, the eldest. He was 11, and then along came Benjamin, the youngest, Bodger Jr. It was nice, seeing the kids open their presents. It will be this year, Still have issues, the father-in-law is still hanging on there, he's got dementia, but, we'll spend it with the kids, and the eldest fiancée, she's going to be there. And, it's still nice to see them opening their presents and all that. And one day, maybe grandchildren. Who knows? Who knows? I think that's what kind of makes it special, ain't it, Bodgers? The kids. Wait for the kids. Or Father Christmas. I'm working on it. Santa, I've got the beard. Got the belly. Just waiting for the grey to kick in, and then, might be a bit of coin to make. Christmas. But yeah. So yeah, there we go. That's a little chat about Christmas, kind of presents I used to get. What did you used to get, Bodgers? There's the thing, because you lot are all around the world. There's 151 of you now. Numbers are creeping up. Keep liking, keep sharing. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching this, just press the button. Don't cost you out. What did you get for Christmas? How did you spend Christmas? Do you do Christmas? You might be of a different religion or whatever, you know. You maybe don't celebrate Christmas wherever you are. I don't know. You know, what do you have to give gifts to family and stuff? But yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? Really, Christmas. And then of course you have your tea, you have your dinner, dinner. You know, we always got a good do there because, you know, we got what was on the farm. So, you know, potatoes, you know, the meat we get from the bullocks, and lamb, and, you know, chicken and whatever else. Maybe have a turkey that we'd feed up and get nice big and plump, ready for Christmas. And yeah, we used to get a good do. And my mum would do some really good thick gravy and stuff. Mashed tatties, roast tatties, Yorkshire puddings. Highly recommend Yorkshire puddings to those who don't know what they are. Yeah. And I got a good do now. Mrs. B, you know, I'm not exactly starving. You know, and we'd all sit on the sofa, and my granddad would fall asleep, and then my dad. Turns out I've turned out the same. Bit of a granddad nap. Oh dear, another fire engine. That's 3 fire engines have been to whatever's ahead of me. Right before Christmas. Don't bode well, does it? And I think that's the thing, innit, Bodgers? Got to be grateful. Grateful to have family around you. This year's going to be a bit odd for us. We recently lost a member of my eldest, where are we? It's my eldest would have been father-in-law, does that make sense? So yeah, be grateful for the family you've got, and make the most of every year and enjoy yourselves. I guess this is a Christmas video. What I might do is see if I can do a compilation for next week. I don't know, we'll do something, but the basic thing is, right, enjoy it with your kids, and go into next year optimistic. Who knows what might unfold next year, because you never know. You might end up at the beginning of a very long tailback on the motorway with ambulances and police cars and 3 fire engines. Might be your last one. Not that this is supposed to end on a downer, it ain't. You know what I mean? There's an unmarked police car. So yeah, you know, enjoy it, enjoy your life, enjoy those around you. It ain't always about the presents, Bodgers. That's one thing I did learn as a youth. No matter how much they cost, it's how precious they are to you, the memories. That's why I've still got the old Tonka. One day I'll pass it on to my lad. Not the old one. Sorry about that, Bodgers. Camera came up as overheating. These GoPro 9s do tend to get a bit warm when they're in the media pack. Anyway, so basically, have a nice time at Christmas. If you don't hear from me next week, and I'll see you in the new year. Probably won't post up over New Year. And enjoy it. Enjoy it with your family. Have a real good time. and yeah, don't know. As always, be good to each other, Bodgers. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you later.